Doggone it, y'all. I apologize. I put my mic on mute because I had to clear my throat. My bad. Thank you, Regina Deans. What's up, y'all? Let me start over. Kenneth Wynn, Nita 7307, Regina Dean, Stanya Lamar, Sandra Davis in the building. How y'all doing? Alonda Nance, I see you. Jerome Cook in the house. So y'all, I'm gonna keep this show short. I think I don't have a whole lot to discuss, mainly because I don't have a whole lot to discuss. But I am going to talk about one very important thing that Facebook about a Facebook post that was made this week that brought up some very interesting points that I'm going to discuss and give you my thoughts about. Well, yeah, my personal thoughts, because y'all, I do make it my business to make every attempt to separate my personal opinions from the facts. Reggie Clayton, what's up? I see you. See Juan's in the building. And it's mainly because, I try not to, go there when I, don't have to. In the vein of, as they say, keeping it politically correct, you dig. Netta McCormick, what's happening? Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, y'all, I apologize. That was a little faux pas on my part. At the very last second, I hit my mute button because I was wanting to clear my throat. I got that phlegm going on. I know y'all didn't need to hear that, right? Too much information. Anyway, I am going to discuss this particular post that came up this week because it is necessary, because it is something that in reading it, I realized that there are so many other people who actually deal with similar scenarios and situations in the steppers community. And it's really very unfortunate because, we should be able to, we should come to the dance, come out, dance, enjoy each other's company and go home. But, last week I talked about some things that were plaguing the community. And I think, I don't know sometimes. I wonder if people look in the mirror. I wonder, do people sometimes realize that they are the problem? Like, it's easy to point fingers and talk about what other people do. But do we really take the time and recognize that sometimes the issue is us? Like, we're the reason that some of the things that are going on are the reason why they're taking place. It's easy, I think, sometimes for us to talk about what other people do and not take a look in the mirror and realize that rather than be the solution, sometimes we're equally as part of the problem. And I don't know, y'all. I think that's something that we need to all work on to some degree. True Queen 45, I see you. How you doing? Thank you for coming through. David Calhoun, what's up, family? I see you. And I did approach this young lady, but here is the gist of what I'm getting at. And I'm going to read it to you as follows. Danielle Lady D. Talford posted this in the Step All About It group. And she stated, as someone who has been in your community for less than 2 years, I must say there is a lot of negativity and criticism. If I didn't have thick skin, I would have definitely given up by now, because a lot of you are mean. A lot of y'all are mean. Not mean helpful, just mean and critical and completely unhelpful. Sometimes it feels like people don't want new students to learn and make mistakes and not be perfect. Some people are just here to have fun, not to be a famous world-class stepper. I really think a lot of people in this community need to work on their patience and kindness. Not everyone learns quickly, and not everyone is going to execute every move with perfect precision. Also, not everyone has access to the greats as instructors. People are human, and each of us has their own strengths and challenges. I think a lot of people forget what it's like to learn something new, and that is sad. I don't know what benefits some of you get from intimidating people and belittling each other. Maybe I'm just too sensitive, who knows? I just hope this message reaches some people so that other new dancers don't have to be made to feel like I have. This is not the Hunger Games. Y'all don't have to try and put us through hell to eliminate the weak. Everyone should be welcome to try and learn to their own abilities. As for me, it's all good. I'm not going to let it stop me from learning. I personally don't scare that easily. Well, I want to say, starting out, that it is unfortunate that we must endure these sorts of behaviors and even have to read a letter like this. If this were an isolated situation, I might not be as privy to talking about it. But I know that this is not an anomaly. I know that this is not a mutually exclusive situation. I know, and I've heard many times in the past that these sorts of things take place and have taken place. And I have had people talk to me about them. So I think that it deserves some level of conversation. Lady sings the news. How you doing, doll? I see you. Vonda Powell in the building. Kenneth Jackson in the house. Hey, Rochella. I see you. Bridget Garner. Sandy Bernard in the house. What'd you say? I think you should read some of the comments. You think I should read some of the comments? What's the comments? On her post. Oh, on the post?
Hey, everyone.
Big Sexy Music say you'll see us Saturday. Thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all, we having a set on Saturday. I'm going to talk about it later on because I'm going to talk about a few different events. Matter of fact, producer lady says I need to talk about some of the comments.
Yeah, because everybody's not in that group.
Yeah, I got that. Well, here's the thing,
though. You
shared
it on your page, and I think it was shared.
But here's the only reason why I'm not going to say I disagree with reading the comments, but one of the reasons why I'm not going to read a lot of the comments is because they are all basically fall into the same sort of category. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of negativity or a lot of points about these scenarios that have taken place. And I don't think we need, that's something that needs to be, reiterated. We know there's a problem. Fred is stay in the building. I see you, Brian Pollard, my man. Yvonne Jackson in the house. Andrea, a.k.a. Ann Hargrove. I see you. Chevy Smith. What's up, girl?
Hey.
Yeah. I see Dr.
One of the comments.
Dr. Butterfly in the building. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to read her comment to this because it absolutely, she had a couple of comments actually. And one of them is that she says, this feels like something I wrote years ago. A lot of people are very nasty and rude. I snap back now. And I don't blame you, Shawnette. That now, keep in mind, now, I remember when she was starting out in the game, she had a lot of questions, a lot of interest. But one thing that I can say, and it's funny to watch people.
Thick skin too.
And I'm actually glad Poppy did tell me to, because I can't find her other comment, but I'm actually glad that Poppy did ask me to mention her. And here's why. Dr. Sunshine, Dr. Butterfly. I call her Dr. Butterfly, y'all. Her name is Shawnette. Let me tell y'all something. I had people say things to me like, she's different, or make comments or facial expressions and things like that. She knows they happen. She knows they take place. Her skin is very thick. And I will say this here. While other people, how that saying go, mind the business that pays you. Well, the rest of y'all that want to pretend or want to put her in that sort of box and judge. I had to tell one lady, I never will forget this conversation. I had a young lady who said something to me once. We were discussing this particular type of a topic. And I pointed out Dr. Butterfly to somebody. And I said, you see that young lady over there? I said, a lot of people have a tendency judge her and say things about her, and because they sometimes don't like the way she dresses, they don't like her aggressive posture. And when I say aggressive, I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, she gets out there, she gets her dance on. She don't give a damn. But one thing people tend to not, like, they don't know this. She's a multi-business owner, an actual doctor, and has multiple children, all of whom are well taken care of. It's amazing to me. She is like the epitome of people that other people judge without knowing nothing about the person that they're talking about. We, unfortunately, many people come into this community and suffer those very same behaviors. Unfortunately, their skin is not necessarily as thick as hers. Now, she understands the way people think and behave because that's the type of doctor that she is. She's one of them that pick your brain apart, you dig, and understand why you do the things that you do. So she knows what the real deal is. Oh, yeah, but everybody, oh yeah, and she's an author. I forgot. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and get a lady whole resume. My point, that just shows you what I'm talking about right here. DJ Mr. Mello in the building. I see you, Sunshine. Hey, baby. As Travis Lee in the house, Carol Davis, Tina Marie Sunshine. What's up, Norma? Fun girl is in the building. We got a fun girl on here with us tonight, y'all. What's up? Patricia Garrett in the house.
Did I see Sunshine's name pop up too?
Yes, Sunshine. I just said Sunshine. Hey, Wise Cat. So what I'm saying is, Regina Freeman in the building. So what I'm saying is, we tend to get into the habit of judging these books by their cover. Here's a fact, a fun fact. A lot of people don't know about me. My resume is long and deep. The things and the circles that I've traveled in, most people don't have any idea. Now, there are people on here who know me, who've been knowing me most of my life, all of my life, hell. And they know, but even they don't know everything. There are accomplishments that I've made and things that I've done that I don't even talk about. There are things that I don't mention, things that we don't, it's not relevant to me in what we're doing as far as the dance is concerned. And I'm not interested in going around bragging to everybody, well, I did this and I did that and I made this and I created and I've done, I ain't doing all that. If it come up, it come up. But Drew Thomas say, please don't get the fun girls started. Right. You already know when they get turned up, Jack, it's a party. So it's a thing where, and here she responds and she says, people just want people to be exactly like them, but everyone needs to be themselves and have their own personality. Thank you, Dr. Butterfly. And that's a fact right there. That's a stone cold fact. Jesse Roy in the building. What's happening? Hey, Patrice, I wanted you to come on and talk about your about the upcoming Rose Gold set. We might get you on here before the show is over. So, it's important for us to understand that we, like she just said, I mean, her response is absolutely golden in this situation. Everybody ain't going to be like you. Everybody is not going to be you. Everybody's not going to be doing what you're trying to do. Everybody's not going to be following you. Do you. And don't worry about what the next person do. Like the saying goes, like I just said, mind the business that pays you. You understand?
And you know what's crazy with Butterfly? Sorry, y'all, I'm not on camera, but she dresses sexy, which
she dressed the way she want to dress, and she's entitled to that.
And people, when they lose a little weight, they talk about people that had their body parts out, then they lose a little weight, then their body parts is out. Like, girl, you just mad because she can wear that and look good in it.
Baby, you gonna have your body parts out?
Oh, I used to have them out.
You had them out when I met you. I don't know what happened. She got married and got getting cleaned up. Damn it. Anyway, you want your woman to stay sexy, don't marry her. No. I was
about to kick him out the chair. I forgot we was on camera. Sorry, y'all. I literally had
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You know you still sexy.
Wouldn't that be funny though if you fell out the chair?
But I just like it when you're naked. That's all.
Okay.
You know what it is. Anyway, back to the show. So
hey, Riri.
What's up, Riri, in the building? So it's important, y'all, that we start worrying about the things that are important in the community and worry about the dance and not the other people in the dance and making people feel, I just don't understand why people think that in order to make themselves feel better or put themselves on a pedestal that you got to tear somebody else down to do it. You don't. You just don't. S. Travis Lee got to run in San Antonio this weekend. Let me know if anything's happening. Yes, Travis Lee, we will be at Jay's Eatery on Saturday from 4 to 8 doing the damn thing. I'm going to be talking about the rest of the information. So if you got to go, check on my page. I'm going to put the flyer up and I'm going to put the address and everything will be on it, or just reach out. I got you. Anybody in San Antonio this weekend is going down. Believe that. We got people coming in from everywhere.
The food is excellent too.
Yeah, and the food is really good. Bring your stepping shoes and your appetite, because the restaurant got the best food. Get ready. It's going down. So anyway, what's up, bud? Hey, Kim Shelton. So anyway, my point about this portion of tonight's show is, y'all stop. And I'm saying this, and I say y'all. We all tend to trespass at a time or another. Daryl Smooth Greenwood. What's up, family? Collaboration is real. That's my main man, 50 grand right there. We have to look in the mirror, man. The man in the mirror. Michael Jackson said it. The man in the mirror. Check yourself. If you don't check yourself, it's almost like people got so much sometimes bitterness and anger and pain, and they bring it with them when they come out here to dance. That's not the place. Go. They got a thing called therapy. Go check that out.
And we got a couple therapists in the
we got
community.
Therapists in the community.
And if you don't want the community therapist, I'm sure they can refer you to somebody else.
Right. Yeah. Reach out and get help.
They can't discuss your business.
Dallas Brown in the building. What's up? And the thing is so important. Hey, Sheila White, for us to make sure that we are good with ourselves. Do you understand how difficult it has to be to wake up every single day with anger and bitterness and pain in your heart, and then you walk out of your house and you go out into the world and you put that on everybody else? You make everybody else wear your burden, because you won't deal with it yourself, so you spread it out among other people. Brian Pollard, my man, Fred Astaire says, stepping is therapy. It absolutely is. The problem is,
they should shut up.
Some people, they should shut
up and dance.
Yeah, they should shut up and dance. The problem, and I'm glad you said that, because here's why. Stepping is therapy. But there are those who, for whatever reason, use stepping as an avenue to be destructive. And I don't know if they do it on purpose, or again, it's a necessity for some people to tear others down to make themselves feel better. Sandra Davis says, hurt people hurt people. Yeah, and that's the truth.
It was something I saw Reggie Clayton say, but I think it disappeared somewhere.
It ain't never disappeared. It's right here.
I mean, well,
folks tear others down because they're tore down. Yep, absolutely, Reggie. Thank you.
Same thing as hurt.
And I just want people to try and be mindful that if everything doesn't need to be said, everything doesn't need to be put on the table. Everybody doesn't have to know your business. And it ain't that. And I know people sometimes, I'm a very transparent person. Everybody knows I talk. I say what it is. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, everybody is not in a position to receive your anger and your pain and your hurt. So be careful, as they say, before you cast your pearls before swine. Ella Mar says, upcoming show for couples in the community. Also, it's tough for men that have to share time on the floor, then feel a temperature change once the event is over. Need tips and therapy for men.
I agree with that.
Hey, my man, that dude is real observant. I like that.
Some couples have that. I got to dance with my spouse first, but it's kind of hard if the man doesn't, he got to dance with other people, right?
Well, he should dance with other people. I think people who come to the dance and they intend to only dance with each other, that's fine. But don't be upset if and when someone else asks your spouse or your significant other to dance, you are in a social environment where it is expected that everybody dances together. So I don't see where that would or should be a problem, but sometimes people make it into a problem because I've actually seen somebody get upset because somebody asked their significant other to dance, and I think that within itself is a problem. And as let's see, as Smooth said, we are here for fellowship and fun. If that's not you, stay at home. And I agree with that 150%.
They want to show off their new outfit.
Is that what it is?
Everybody else crazy.
Alonda Nan says misery loves company. Now, Sheila White, this is an excellent point. She says people have too much pride to see their own pain. Ooh, man, that's profound right there. And that's the truth. That's the truth. But haven't I always told y'all, I tell y'all all the time, egos get people in a lot of trouble in this community. These egos are a monster, man.
Patricia.
C1 said, like getting on my motorcycle, getting that wind therapy, Jack. Man, what you said, family, keep it on too, baby. Yeah, you know how we do. Yeah, we got, look, I'm about to get back out there. I'm ready to get back in the game myself, man.
Nice
it ain't nothing. Look. This the one that didn't like riding at first. Look at him talking about crosswinds. Yeah, that's right. When you on that, man, you on that long road. And I tell you what, it like them times we used to be down in Myrtle Beach, man, during bike week, and we be out there at 4, 5 in the morning, man, going down Ocean Boulevard, just got that wind in your hair, man, just ooh-wee. Yeah, yeah. What was the daggone highway that went around as the 101? What was the name of that thing? Man, we used to ride that thing, man. Ooh. Okay, anyway. Patricia Garrett said it's not just in the stepping world. It happens in other dance communities in Dallas-Fort Worth. Baby, it happens in other activities, period. I don't care what it is. People are going to people.
And some people claim they do salsa. They claim they don't have all that drama. But then
I disagree.
That's not true. So I think it's just the world, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Netta McCormick, thank you, baby. She said that's why I walk in with love in my heart and love on everyone. It can become contagious. Love that is. That's right. Absolutely. I like that. Sunshine Haywood says, I just want to have fun when I go step without the extra. Bull doo-doo. I like how she did that. El Lamar, now this is something that couples do. He said, we make it a point to have the first dance together and the last dance. I know couples who do that. Yeah. Poppy and I don't give a damn because most of the time, half time I don't be dancing no more anyway. So whoever come get her to dance, they just dance and have a good time. And that's all we there for, you know. And that's the thing. Like, and I'm grateful that some of the men understand enough of the etiquette to come to me and say, hey, is it okay if I dance with your wife? But you know, it's not a big deal to us. It's a dance. Look, y'all go have fun. We don't bring our relationship into the set. That's insane. I don't know why people do that, but again, we're there for one purpose, and it's involved with the dance floor and the music. That's it, you know. And of course, you know, some of the fellowship to be able to kick it with our people, you know, because I do love some of y'all a lot. So there's that. Where is it?
You going down the line?
I was, yeah.
Okay. I jumped down the line.
Sandy Bernard says, stepping was my means to get through the grief I suffer after my husband's death, and it's still my relief. Thank you, Sandy. And that's absolutely, there are so many people in your same situation. And, you know, they stepping, the whole thing is, it says, you know, stepping saves lives. It has saved a lot of lives. There are stories, I promise you, you guys don't know, people that you deal with every day. And this dance has kept them in a safe zone in their mentality and in their spirituality and in their emotions. And, you know, far be it for other people to come in and disrespect them or cause them to be in the situations where they don't feel welcome, safe, or happy. Beamer says, I find stepping very therapeutic and mind-soothing. Hey, Beamer. Yes, it is.
And Beamer's having an event. Look, Beamer, you need to post your info.
Big Sexy Music talking about everybody don't got your hair, Brian. Okay, whatever. It's hard as a single woman when you keep getting the side eye for asking somebody's man to dance. I'm not taking them home.
But nobody knows if you're single or married, you know, unless you just really know the people anyway. I don't know. I got bold and I asked. I've been doing
Yeah,
it 2
Poppy, I
years
had to
now.
make her start asking
Yeah,
people.
I used to be one of those. I'm not gonna ask, but I ask the woman if I know they together.
Uh, El Lamar says, "Can you give step in history and did ego and status matter back in the day?"
I don't remember all that.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know so much that um, it. Let me put it this way: the ego and status thing was more. Um, it had more to do with the street life than it did the dance itself. And here's what I mean: the status came from your recognition out on them bricks and how you handled your business. I think the hierarchy during that time when I was coming up had more to do with your street status. It wasn't so much about your dance status. Now, if you just happen to be cold at dancing, well, cool. But it was more about who was getting that bread, who could pull the women, who that dude was that other dudes be like, that nigga cold, I want to be like him. That's kind of how it was. Now, if your dance was cold, that only counted when that was downtime. That was when everybody was, on the set pretty much, I don't want to say chilling. A lot of cats was shooting dice and gambling. You had cats that had, they was out there, had the ladies of the evening, if you will. And, it was a lot of other things going on.
What you talking about Chicago?
Yes, that's where the dance started.
Yeah, and
that's where it is.
In certain areas.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the city, period. If your status came from the bricks, it came from the street. It wasn't about whether you could dance or not. People danced. Wasn't nobody, and you damn sure wasn't in there talking about he can't dance.
I agree. Disagree.
You'll get your neck broke.
I disagree and agree.
I put it like this: Brian Pollard, Fred Astaire, right there. Mm-hmm. That he can attest. So he just said correct.
I know he's
Look,
from home, and I know he's danced from back in the day. But I remember going to The Godfather and Dating Game and Family Den.
We ain't talking about that.
Brown. It was a different clientele.
Baby, you talking about a whole different time.
Okay.
By the time we was old enough to get in them clubs, that's when things was, even then it was still wasn't like it is now. People still wasn't over there talking about nobody, you can't dance and all that. Wasn't nobody doing all that.
None of the drum in the places that I named.
No, wasn't nobody doing all of that. What I'm saying, here's my point. See, you taking it completely to another place than what I'm talking about. Yeah. When we was coming up, the cats in the street, because wasn't nobody really dancing like this in the club. See, that's the thing, that people didn't start doing the straight up in the club thing where stepping, not walk, not bopping and all that. When stepping really got its popularity and started hitting the club was when cats had got old enough in the early 80s to actually start being in the clubs, actually stepping. Now, even at that time, you had the whole 80s all the way into probably the mid 90s before people started talking about whether somebody could dance or not. Because nobody gave a damn. Yeah. Nobody cared if that person they missed a step. They didn't do this and they didn't. Wasn't nobody doing all that. No, wasn't none of that. So you didn't have those type of behaviors and them type of attitudes because nobody cared.
I'm sorry, somebody wanted to see me in the camera. I was only supposed to be in here for a few minutes. That's why you don't see me. We doing like Howard Stern. You never see the other person on the other side.
Yeah. So anyway, moving forward, what ended up happening was as time went on and people started using stepping as a vehicle to become popular. See, the popularity back in the day came from what you was on in them streets. Now the popularity comes from the actual dance. Now there were people who was cold back in the day. Everybody was like, oh, he cold with it. But that wasn't what got your popularity. Now the dance itself gives you levels of popularity because it's a thing now. It's got its own legs. It's grown up. It's an adult now.
Maybe people just more negative. 70s, 80s, people more free spirit. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. See,
I got you.
I'm gonna figure out a way to explain this thing.
Maybe get brain on one day.
No, I'm gonna figure out a way to explain this. Matter of fact, that's a good idea. Fred Astaire, I'm gonna have you on the show real soon. We're gonna talk about this thing right here. So that the people, because I'm looking for a way to explain. See, this is the reason why we do this, because we want the timeline to be accurate, and we want people to understand where the actual transitions took place in the dance and how we got to where we are, and how the attitudes have adjusted over these periods of time. See, what? You want to do the show? Come here. Come here.
I just want you to look at this.
She just always.
It scrolls up, and I don't want you to miss that.
I'm not. I'm on.
Okay. Hey, Dark Kim.
We can't be all over the place. You're gonna have me all over the place.
No, I ain't having you all over the place. I just don't want you to. I don't want you to miss that one.
Now, Denise Gilden just said nothing but thugs done it at CVS in 79 and 80. Exactly. And this is my whole point.
See, and when I got in CVS, it was preppy. Well, it was still thugs then.
We ain't talking about CVS.
I know.
We talking about who was stepping during that time. We talking about the people who literally were the ones who started this dance, who was doing this dance, and that are the ones that are the pioneers of the culture that has been created. Now, everything comes from something else, but like Steppin' did, it came from the bop. But the simple fact is, when the era and the heyday of Steppin' came in, it was kids. It was young guys that basically was thugs. That was basically, you didn't see nobody else really doing this. You had people that was on the fringes that messed around. Now, as far as when he talked about status and that type of thing, now, if you wasn't cold with it, you probably don't want to jump up in the middle of that circle and, stand a chance, because, these were the days when it wasn't no problem for you to get your ears stomped together. You know what I'm saying?
Dark Kim said
yeah.
Was gangbangers in
yeah.
CVS.
Dark Kim, my man, what's happening, baby? And he just
from.
said, stepping with gangbangers at CVS, and that's the simple fact. You jump your tail up in one of them circles, you dig, and you didn't belong there, you might get your ears stomped together. I'm just saying. This was a whole different. We ain't talking about you. Would you stop? Damn it. Michael Williams said back in 74 at the Kingman's Club, those women would not dance with you if you couldn't dance. And then there's the other dynamic. If you didn't have no flavor, no flair, you wasn't, man, about that life, them women in them circles wasn't coming near you. They weren't gonna touch you with a 10-foot pole, Jack, till you stepped your game up. See, women don't even be understanding how much power they have. Do y'all realize that if y'all made men hold themselves to a certain standard, that literally cats would not even be, man, they would be out here doing everything in their power to be where they could get next to y'all. But women make it too easy these days for everything. And it's just really that simple. Let's see. El Lamar said, and I know I'm missing a lot of comments, y'all. And so if it's something that I missed and you think you really want me to get on it, you be sure to put it back up there. He said, thank you. So if the early 80s shaped and molded, do we allow for some unshakable community habits, approaching people and possibly cliques forming? Yeah, I'm against the whole clique thing, but then how do you say you shouldn't hang around this group of people? People gravitate toward one another. But it's when they start treating people messed up as a group rather than pulling somebody in and saying, hey, let me help y'all out or something. You know what I'm saying?
So you remember we went to 3Gs?
Yes, I do. That was in the early 2000s when we went in 3Gs. What the hell was
going on? Because everybody seemed like they was in these little cliquey groups.
Well, it was. But see, check this out. When I remember one time, this was like Poppy said, back in the early 2000s, her and I had kind of stepped off the scene. We left Chicago. We had moved and we were living down south. And one day we came home for something and we always, her and I used to frequent, when we first met, matter of fact, me and Poppy met, for those of you who know, we met at Chick Rick's, which was one of the, premier stepping spots back in the day. And I'm gonna put you out. You get your ass out of here.
The Steppers was born that night.
Get out. You're a pain in my neck. Anyway, and we would go when her and I hooked up. We had a lot in common. So we would go to the other place, the 50. We would hit different spots just because that was the way we both rolled. You know what I'm saying? She used to give parties all the time. She came up under, around some of the most notorious gangbangers in the city, and her and I knew a lot of the same people and we traveled in a lot of the same circles. So we would go to some of the spots and we would hang out and kick it, and we got our step on. So when we left the city, when we got married, had kids, left the city, we came back one day in the early 2000s and we went to 3Gs. And we used to go to 3Gs before we left, and 3Gs was cool. It was, it was all right. But then when we came back, it just seemed different. And they were, on this new school thing, and we was kind of tripping a little bit. We didn't recognize nobody. And we was like, damn, where's all our people at? But, you realize people do like us. They get up one day and they walk away and you don't ever see them again. So we went in there, we did our thing. We had a good time and everything, but it just felt different. And that was one of those transitional times that, like, for example, when I had Sunshine on here a couple of weeks ago, and she talked about the class of 2005, those are the people who came up in that time, and they were basically doing as we did coming up, 70s and 80s. You knew who your people was. You gravitated towards your people because for us back in those days, it was more of a protective mechanism. We hung around each other because we knew if our people was with us, wasn't a whole lot gonna jump off. When you was out there by yourself, it was a different thing, which also, and I'm gonna add this to it, and my man Fred Astaire can attest to this, when we traveled to the set back in the day, there were more men because the guys traveled in groups. A lot of them was gang members, gang bangers, people from certain cliques, that ran together because you didn't want to be trying to go nowhere really by yourself. That's a good way to get stuck up back in the day. So it was a different dynamic. And now when it comes to the cliques, you have people who still and always will gravitate toward one another, and nothing wrong with that. But we have to remember that there are people who, like many of the steppers today, because there are very few from the old days, y'all all started somewhere. We all started somewhere. We all came into this game at some point or another, not knowing jack about this dance. Now, there are people who grew up around this dance, just like they always sit up and say, I'm from Chicago. Like that's supposed to mean something. Everybody in Chicago can't step. Let's just keep it a buck. Everybody that's from Chicago wasn't a stepper. There are people who have now begun gravitating toward the dance because it doesn't have the stigma that it once did. If people saw, because you catch cats out on a street corner, stepping, pitching pennies, rolling dice, stepping. Somebody would have, and I don't know if y'all remember this, we used to have them great big boom boxes. You have a boom box out there. They be busting them, playing them JVs on that thing. And we used to have, matter of fact, for those of y'all want to go way back, you could be on the back of a CTA bus. Somebody on the back of the bus had a big old boom box about as big as this damn computer screen, and they was back there getting it in. You did? And that's how that was. Denise Gilden just said, true that. No square step back in the day. Absolutely not. You had to be cool. Now
you know what's funny? When you talking about back in the day, because some people try to pretend because they from Chicago back in the day, and then when they dance, you could tell.
I know.
Back in the day. Like,
but that's my point. That was my whole point about what I just said. There's a lot of people who want to claim this now, but they wasn't in them streets like that. They wasn't out there on them bricks that's all the way down. They wasn't out there like that. And they'll have you to believe that they were, just like you got people that'll tell you, I'm from Chicago, and then when you say where about, then they'll tell you something. Oh yeah, over there around I forgot the name of the street. No, you don't forget nothing. You from Chicago. You don't forget no name of no street. So that's not gonna happen. We know you're lying when you tell it. It's the same thing when you start and see
streets, certain main streets.
Right. For so long, for so long in this community, there have been people who have gotten away with telling these stories and making up stuff because there was nobody really there to check them. There was nobody there that'll say, well, you lying. Now, don't get me wrong. It's a few of them that will call you a liar straight to your face, but most of them ain't gonna waste their time.
It's like, good example. We met somebody, said they was from Chicago. I said, oh, okay. And they named the street, which was on the east side, which I'm from the east side. And then I was like, oh, yeah, we used to drag race at 79th Street and in Stony Island. And they didn't know what the White Castles on 79th. Like, okay, your ass is lying.
If you don't know about that, you ain't from the crib.
Just be making up stuff. I was trying to find E. Lamar's comment. I think
Which
it was.
one?
I think she made one of them made a comment about how couples navigate the dance, which is important. You got to make sure you talk about that.
Yeah, well, he's talking about doing a whole. He's talking about I should do a whole show about that. We did a show like that a couple of years ago. We probably need to do another one. He says also the problem is identified. So community question: how do we remain positive and even asking seniors in this game how to move forward and strengthen the community? Sunday brunch, rent parties, etc. Well, let me say this to you. We have to be careful. Here's the problem that I have, and this is no disrespect to my elders, because there are cats that came up way ahead of me that, because I was still a shorty in the 70s, but I came up behind a lot of these guys. But here's the thing, and this is no disrespect to a lot of my senior stepping family, but I need you to remember something very, very important. A lot of the guys, like as was mentioned earlier in here, and even through some of the comments, right? A lot of the guys were thugs. Let's just keep it a buck. They were gangbangers. They were subversive individuals who were street hustlers, cats that had lived all type of lifestyles. You had stick-up kids, you had car thieves, you had gamblers, you had, you name it, you had it in this community. But again, stepping was only a byproduct of all of those lifestyles. So I'm saying that to say this. When you begin to ask those individuals about what we are doing now, there's going to be some level of disconnect. You're not going to get an extremely educated answer. You're not going to get them saying, well, from that time to this, the differences are these. Mostly because 90% of them are no longer stepping and are not around the stepping community. You will find one or two who will pop back in from time to time, but if you, and a lot of them will come in the game and they'll say stuff like, man, what is that they doing? That's lame. I ain't doing that. What, they counting? What is that? What is all that? They're going to be on a whole different, in a different mindset. I've had people, you'll have people who say, well, we was started in the basement. We did this, we did that. Yeah, we did. But times have changed. And to try and get a parallel from the two is going to be very difficult for an individual who had taken themselves away from that idea and those lifestyles. A lot of the guys that were a part of this lifestyle during that time were either strung out on drugs at some point, went to the penitentiary, whole lot of legends, and many more who weren't legends are with the ancestors now. So to try and extract that type of information is going to be a little bit complicated. Let me see. Jerome Cook said, for example, I'm one of those squares coming up, but learning this dance in my later years, so the back in the day thing does not apply to me. Got you. And there you go. And see, Jerome, you admittedly make that statement, but there are those who would still rather try and make it seem like I mean, I'll just give you an example. You know, we've had people around this community who always will talk about so and so got that move from me, or so and so did this, that, and the other. No, stop. Ain't nothing new under the sun in this dance. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. The other thing is, y'all on here talking about Funtown, talking about y'all tripping. The other thing is that when you are genuinely a person who has been a part of what this is, and you have a different level of respect for the game, you have a different level of respect for the culture, and you do things different. And even those who were around during these times, because I'm gonna put it like this: you could go to a set where stepping would happen, and it was cats that were there who didn't step at all. They might have been shooting dice all night or whatever else was going on. They might have just been sitting around drinking and smoking with the homies, whatever. Everybody there didn't necessarily step. And then there were those who were so cold with it that everybody just kind of watched them. There's been a lot of misconception and misunderstanding about what really went on.
And I think some of the stuff you're saying kind of gives a little bit of misconception. Like what Sandra Davis said, I'm from Queens. I guess I didn't know hustlers. One, some of the instructors that you probably had at your place probably were in their
hustlers
when they were teenagers. And I'm going to speak for my neighborhood where CVS was. It was a middle black community, middle class black community. We had two parents. We owned homes. There's no apartments. There's no projects. There's no Section 8. But some of the boys, for whatever reason, wanted to do foolishness when they were younger. Just part of Chicago culture. They did come from kings and queens as parents, but they decided to go a little sideways, and people matured and changed when they got older, and some of them people are instructors. Some of the people are still in the dance community, and their lives have changed. So not understanding Chicago city and culture, it's kind of a little disrespectful to say people not from kings and queens, because some people, even the females, a lot of them was gangbangers and stuff. And I think like Regina said, a lot of people's from the projects or whatever. And people it's a different city, it's a different culture. Just like Detroit got their own culture, California got their own culture. Doesn't mean these people came from, bad environments. Some people just choose to do things different and they change their lives and when they got older. But as teenagers, some of the people, might have been thugs, female and males.
Okay. Regina Freeman said a lot of us lived in the projects and was broke as hell. Yeah, low end for life. It's a whole bunch of folks on the set right now that was low end. Absolutely.
And they got a whole Facebook page. They got a whole
they got a whole group.
T-shirts, jackets, and they proud of where they came from.
That's right. Denise Gilden said, I'm happy to have been there and experienced some of those steppers. I was a teenager. Yep. Well, I mean, that's the whole point, Denise. That's where it all began, with the teenagers.
And like me, I like to dabble in both worlds. I was in a preppy environment, then I go over to the other
Brenda K. Boykin said, suburbanites use the I'm from Chicago because everyone knows Chicago. Most people, especially out-of-towners, don't know the suburbs.
Yeah,
just
that's
saying.
True
Yep.
Too. They don't know Batson or Harvey or Dalton.
And she also said you never realized it would blow up. And I've said that plenty of times. If you'd have told me in 1980 anything that Steppin would be where it is today, I'd have laughed in your face. Absolutely. I would not. I'd have said, no, that's crazy right there.
Well,
Smooth.
Come on the show.
I'm finna get him right now. I'm about to get him right now. Hold on. Yeah, let me see. Yeah.
Lillian Hull said, we stay to the lake, don't get it twisted, never broke.
That part. Let me see.
Yeah, because people sometimes have like misconception. That's what you're saying. I agree with. But if you're out of towner and don't know,
what's the misconception?
Some of the stuff and kind of running with it a different
What?
way.
What?
I mean, just like how she was saying, come from like she didn't know hustlers, and she come from a queen environment.
I don't understand what you mean.
Um, I don't know another way. Uh, Either way, I took what she was saying. Like some of these people came from bad environments, and she doesn't know those type of people, these thugs or whatever. But some of the people, like I said, wasn't raised to be
Now, why my damn
thugs.
thing ain't working?
There it is, right there.
What that got to do with stepping? I'm trying to understand. Help me.
I can't.
What you mean you can't? You just made a statement, qualified a statement.
I can't fix it now. I need to creep out of this room so I can go eat. I can't.
Anyway, there's no misconception. The bottom line is this dance, stepping, involved thuggery. Period. That's the way that's what it was. And at the end of the day, it has grown up, it has matured, it has materialized, it has become something that we can be proud of as a people, and it needs to be respected, and the culture itself needs to be honored and understood. And if you don't do that, then you're doing a disservice to everybody in the dance and yourself for doing it.
Where did William say he's seen a sofa come
What?
from the 15th floor in the projects? He's
Oh
still
my God.
traumatized. How the hell that happened? I gotta get out. I want to eat.
All right, you. I'm almost ready to eat. So good. What?
I know I hate that I can't find that comment, but I guess somebody could address it later. What she had said, something about how couples navigate this so far.
We're not talking about
I
that.
know that, but I was just saying I thought it would have been a good. I know you're talking about doing a whole nother show on that, but it was a good little comment.
Okay. Here, come on.
No,
Come
I'm
on.
not coming on.
No, come on.
No.
Come on.
I'm not.
Damn it. Anyway, what I was saying was, and now Sandra Davis, to your comment, let me, I'm glad you typed that. She said, my area was clean. No street hustlers, no gangs. We were told to stay away from those guys. Now that is the epitome of exactly what I'm talking about.
Some of them like to creep over it.
The point, what you just made, he said, look at your phone. Daryl said, look at your phone. The point that you just made, Sandra, is this. And it's very important that you made that point. A lot of people stayed away from stepping, or what the lifestyle of stepping entailed. It takes, I got a couple of homies that they be cracking me up talking about how they went to some girl's house, and then they mama was like, what you want? You know, and get that thug off my porch, you know, that kind of thing. If people saw you stepping, you automatically got pigeonholed. You got automatically put into a category because that was what we recognized as what that was back in those days. So again, moving forward, if you had told me at any given time during those periods that we would be where we are today, look, I'm so happy that stepping is where it is right now, y'all. It's given me something else to do. It's given a lot of people something else to do. Try to imagine this. Now let's think about this. The entire stepping diaspora. And ask yourself, where would we all be if we weren't stepping? Think about how many thousands of people that are steppers right now. Think about how many people lives have been touched, affected, improved, or whatever. And ask yourself, where will we all be? What would we be doing different if we didn't have this community? Think about all of the people that you wouldn't know, that you would never have met, that you would never have been able to hang out with. Oh, none of that. Imagine that. I know that's crazy, but you know. Yvonne Jackson says, still skating? Absolutely. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We got us a live one, y'all. We got us a live one. Hold on. That's why I'm getting him now. I'm getting him now. Getting him now. Uh-oh, what happened? Let's see. Hold on. You on there? I don't hear him.
What up, fam?
There he is. Hey man, where your camera at, baby?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Wait a
Can
minute.
you hear me? I don't know what I'm doing, bro. This is my first time doing this. No, I just wanted to give a quick shot, some love, man. To y'all was talking about 3Gs for a second, man. But back in the day, man, in the late '90s, 2000, that's when I got involved in stepping game, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the cats that was influential in making me want to learn this dance was cats like Tony Dow, Mo Muhammad, Andre Blackwell,
Mm-hmm.
Brian Patterson, Maurice Turner, even Tall Rick. I think I left him out on the post, but all these cats was influential in me learning this dance.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So I can't hear you, B.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why. Go out and try to come back in. I don't know
I
what.
just want to show them cats some love, man. That's all. And Tick Man. I just want to show them some love, man.
All
That's
right,
all.
that's what's up.
Right. Right. Them was the people who and even with Sunshine, we used to all go and help her out in her class,
Okay.
dance with her students.
Now, for those of y'all out there that
Yeah,
don't know, this is
yeah.
this is
So
Daryl Smooth
it's
Greenwood on the
always some
line right
history to
now.
be learned.
He can't hear me. Okay. I'm gonna hang up on him and I'm gonna try to get him right back. Let me see. Let me see if we can do this here. See one of the devices. I tell you what, this technology, man, be a monster sometimes. And then it don't help that every time you turn around, you got doggone these different platforms changing stuff around. Oh, I'm gonna get him right back, y'all. Hold tight. Hold what you got, y'all. 'Cause we're gonna get him on the line. You dig? But yeah, now he was talking about there he is. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now,
Now
brother.
you
I
can
can
hear
hear
me.
you now.
Hold on. We're gonna bring you on the line, sir. There we go.
Wow.
Look right there. There you go. Y'all, one of my collaboration members, my man Daryl Smooth Greenwood is in the building. What's up, family?
What's up with you, man?
Man,
What's
I
up?
can't call it. How you feel? I still got your name up there. Hold on, let me switch that out.
Right.
That's what happened when you let me see. Boom, got it gone. Move. Let me get that out of there. And we're gonna swap it out. Yeah, man. So how you feel today, sir? It's good seeing you.
You too, man. I feel pretty good, man. I feel pretty good. I'm just happy and thankful for the direction that the collaboration is headed in. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. We doing big things coming up,
Yes,
but
sir. Yes, sir. You gotta let the
I
world
heard
know, man. You know the collaboration is real, baby. You know how we do.
the collaboration is real all day, all day.
Yeah, man.
My
So
thing was when I heard 3Gs, it just brought back memories, man. And I
yeah.
was just thinking about all the people who were influential in me learning this dance, and I wanted to acknowledge them because I didn't hear too many people talking about them all the time,
Right.
except for Tickman. But like Tony Dow, Andre Blackwell, Darren Almer,
Yeah, but now
Tall
see
Rick,
now during that time, because that's what we was talking about,
right?
the difference in the way things were from one time to the next, because we were talking about when Poppy and I were discussing when we went to um when we went there to three
To
Gs
three
one time
Ds,
coming back to
correct.
the crib, how different it was for us, but
It was
you
different.
know, y'all was the like Sunshine like to say the class 2005. By the way, she says, and I am still so thankful, Daryl Smooth Greenwood, for coming to my class and helping those ladies fall in love with the dance. I remember when he was in the
Yes.
world's tiniest contest.
Yeah, man. We all helped out each other, man. I went to Dre's class, worked out with him over there at Sweet Georgia Browns. Even Brian Patterson, we did something at the clubhouse over there on Sibley Boulevard.
hmm
It was just a lot. With Mo Muhammad at 3Gs, even Maurice in the back room. You know what I'm saying? We all did some stuff together
Right.
back in the day. So I just wanted to give them brothers, you know what I'm saying, some love and flowers and everything, because they actually paved the way for where it is now.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
They definitely, well, see, and that's one of the things, and I think, if you know, now that you mention it, I think they probably don't get enough credit for the transition
Exactly.
of the dance from
Exactly.
one time to the next, because prior to that group, that clique, if you will, prior to that time, I think the dance had a different sort of feel to it. And I think moving forward, what ended up happening was they kind of injected a new level of energy into the dance and a new
Correct.
level of
Correct.
of
Because
of
it was like, look, I'm gonna show you something, and you make it your own.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You add your flavor to it and make it your own. Because I came in on the 6 count, and then it transitioned to the 8 count.
right. Okay.
Right.
And so
So
yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it being where it is. And it, you know, and I think, and this is one of the purposes that, you know, that for the last few weeks that I've been on, actually, one of the things that I've been on is about showing the timeline, the differences and the similarities, and making sure that people understand the difference of the transitions and how we got to where we are, and making sure that the people
correct.
who made those things happen receive the proper accolades for that.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah.
I remember a time, bro, like when Tick Man would come in the club and they'd be terrified to dance with him. It was like, "Oh, can't nobody dance with him. Can't nobody dance with him.
uh,
You know what I'm saying? But he was always humble, and he kept it smooth every time. He always told me, anything you want to learn, I got you. Anything.
mm-hmm.
You know, so it was a beautiful time then. And even then, back then, wasn't nobody talking about he can't dance, he can't dance. We trying to, teach everybody.
There you go. And seeing that, and I'm glad you brought that up, because by that, like I said, during that period, I was out the city, and I'm glad you said that, because it does, it makes you wonder at what period, what point did that sort of behavior really kind of flourish, where people started kind of pointing fingers and being, the whole mean girl club type thing,
Right.
It really make you wonder.
Yeah, now, it wasn't there for me. I never experienced that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I
no,
was
because we know
always
you'd have peeled their head. So, but go ahead.
right.
How
I
Sunshine
never
say, I ain't gonna
experienced that.
hold you, but go ahead.
Right, people always just tried to show me. You know what I'm saying? It was just, hey, here's a move. Here's this. Here's that. Now take that and make that your own.
Yeah. But
So it
but
was
now
never.
that premise is what came from the 70s and 80s, because that's what it really was. You will see somebody do a move, and even though some moves were what you could consider compulsory, there also was stuff that people took and made it their own. And that was really what stepping was. And as a matter of fact, the
Correct.
coldest steppers did exactly that. They were the ones that they didn't look like everybody else, because they took what they got and they made it do what it did for themselves. And everybody, you either liked it or
And
you
what a
didn't.
lot of people don't realize is that you can't give yourself a name.
Ha.
The steppers have to give you a name.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have to give it to you.
They look,
'Cause
they
I
should,
remember-
but
I remember- I
but see, that
remember
go
the
back
day
to the
in
whole
Three
ego
C's.
argument. That goes back to the ego argument. People let their egos, their egos get involved, and they name themselves
Yeah.
and name drop and all sorts of other stuff.
Because I was always told, you know what I'm saying, once you get it, dance on the edge, right? Dance on the edge. And then one day, I don't know if they remember, but Tall Rick and Mo was standing in the back talking, and Mo brought me back there. He was like, man, he's smooth, man. He's smooth. That's what he going to be from now on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what I've been since then.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah.
Speaking of names, ladies and gentlemen, let me let you all in on a little fun fact. Daryl Smooth Greenwood. This is the gentleman who my admiration and respect for as a DJ, finally decided one day that I was worthy. And this is the fella that named me DJ Be Real.
Correct.
Ta-da! Look.
Correct.
And I want to thank you for that, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, man, once again, the collaboration is real. I love y'all. I just wanted to give them brothers they props, they flowers, you know what
My
I'm
man.
saying? And I'm gonna continue listening to this music back here, and I'm gonna drink me some more tequila.
Well, handle
'Cause
your
I ain't
business
got to work
then,
today.
partner. I'm going to holler
Yes, sir.
back.
Peace.
Peace out. My man Smooth, y'all. So there it is. He wanted to make sure that the period that he came into the game. Now, just as an example, now Daryl is a little younger than me and was definitely about that life, but Daryl wasn't a stepper all his life. You heard him just say he came into the game in the early 2000s. Now, simple fact is, he's a hell of a DJ, and I guarantee you don't want to see him on the floor because he will give you the business. Believe that. The collaboration is real. Yeah. Y'all, I'm gonna bring on another guest right quick. Let me see. I'm gonna bring in another guest. I might be bringing in another guest. I don't know what's wrong with this doggone thing lately. It's just not working right. Tell you what, they need to get their stuff together. They need to get it together, man. Causing problems for me. I don't like problems. And y'all, now check this out. For those of you who are in and around the San Antonio area, next Saturday, this Saturday coming, we are going to be at a beautiful spot called Jay's Eatery, y'all. I will be on the ones and twos myself, and DJ Mr. Mellow, Chicago West Side, will be in the building. We are going to tear the roof off of Jay's Eatery. Jay, you might, Brian, if you're watching, my man, you might want to go ahead and make sure your roof is nailed down real good, because we going to come through there and we going to tear the roof off your spot and do the damn thing. We got people, apparently we got a lot of folks coming in out of Houston this weekend. We got some folks coming out of Austin. I don't know if anybody from Dallas going to make it, but then we got our locals who going to be hanging out with us. And baby, when I tell you it's going down, it's going down. We are going to have a fantastic time. Hey, Beamer. Beamer says she coming. That's right, Beamer. Come on, hang out with your boy. Let us put this get that good wood under your feet. We're going to play this good music, man, and give you something to dance to, because that's what we do. Y'all, I don't know why my stuff is not working right tonight. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm getting irritated, but that's okay, though, because y'all know we make it through no matter what. No matter what. But anyway, back to the other. I mean, nothing working tonight. Neville's, hit me up, man. Hit me on the horn right quick, because I don't know why this thing is, for whatever reason, I can't get out, but I think you can get in. So hit me on the horn, bro. Anyway, let me see. So anyway, back to what we were saying. You know, the whole thing is we are moving in a very positive direction in the Steppers community, and I want to see it continue to go that way. I want to be not the, but a catalyst in that, by making sure that the game stays tight, that the BS is kept at a minimum. And the point of everything that I do is not to give you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, kinda, but to offer you the opportunity to view the difference between the right, the wrong, and the indifferent, to give you an opportunity to say to yourself, is this the path that I should be on in this dance? Or is that person a good person to deal with? And if I'm not sure what to do in that case, I want you to be able to have options. I want you to be able to speak to the people that you need to speak to. Everybody don't like me, so you might not want to hear what I have to say. But I will encourage you, if you're one of those people, Go find somebody that is credible, somebody that is actually an authority, someone who actually knows where the bodies are buried, not just somebody talking, because you got a lot of people that do this. They run their mouth and they talk about stuff that they don't really know about, which is why so many people from out of town end up getting a bad rap and ending up in these situations where things are not going very well for them because they have unfortunately taken their information written in stone from an individual who doesn't even know the right information, or the information that they're giving is self-serving. And so then it becomes an issue overall for you when you're trying to learn in this dance. I'm just going to say, look, it's good to have mentors. It's good to have, I encourage people to have a mentor, but make sure. And when I say make sure, you got to vet these people. Sometimes, some of these people, they sell a good game. And I'm going to forever say, anybody that has to sell you on who they are and sell you on what they've done, they probably are not the person for you in your journey. Because people who are great at what they do, they don't have to brag about it because other people will do it for them. So you just keep that in mind. Neville, why are you calling me on the phone, man? Hit me on Messenger. Hey, man, why you calling me on the phone, man? Hey. I said, why you calling me on the phone, man? Call me on Messenger. You ought to know better, man. Now here's a dude that's my co-host who always with me on the show, and he don't know how things work. I'm gonna peel his head. I'm gonna peel his head when I see him. But you the whole point is to be able to have discernment in this dance. Now I'm gonna say this: the stepping community is a microcosm of a macro world, meaning that we deal with everything that everybody else deals with in life. We have all of the same people within our community dealing with all of the same things. Simple fact is, because we have that, we also must deal with, let's see, turn on your share video. Come on, man. What's going on, man? Oh, okay. I don't know. Hey, man, you got your video on?
Sure do.
All right, I don't know why I'm not seeing you. All right, I'm about to hang up and hit you right back. I have to do it this way because for whatever reason, my stuff ain't working, y'all. It ain't working, y'all. I don't know what in the world is going on, but oh well. Anyway, I'm in the middle of a remodel in the studio too, y'all. So that might have something to do with it. I don't know. But not now. Damn, it didn't even come up. Ambassador. Accept. There you are. There he is. There's that dude. Okay. What's up with your family? Y'all,
what's happening?
Look who we got on the horn. Oh, let me take that name out of there. We got Ambassador Kevin Nevels. What's up, man?
What's happening, man? What's happening?
I can't call it. What you up to, man? Hey, man, I heard y'all got you got a set going on, man, and everybody need to know about. What's up with that?
Yes. We got the my annual Aquarius Super Bowl birthday extravaganza. February the 9th.
He said birthday extravaganza. Is it an extravaganza, man?
It's absolutely an extravaganza.
That's what's up.
Yep. We got Rockwell Harmon coming in, gonna do us a couple of tunes. We actually gonna have them in here earlier during the week. So we'll be doing a meet and greet at Noble Entertainment, 1515 East 154th in Dalton, with MVK, DJ Vale, Keith C, and Mona. So it's going to be a meet and greet that Thursday, February the 6th. We'll be there and Maddie B, the line dance experience. It's going to be off the chain. Okay. It's going to be off the chain. And then Sunday, We'll be at the Grand Ballroom, rooting for your favorite team that's in the Super Bowl. My favorite team won't be there, unfortunately, but we'll represent anyway.
That's funny. So what else going on, man? You staying out of trouble?
Man, I absolutely staying out of trouble, man. Just just trying to make my own way out here, Brian.
Hey
Uh,
man, that's the only way to
big
do it,
thing.
baby. That's the only way to do it. Hey man, look, so the conversation, we was talking about being out there in them streets, man. You know, I was explaining, maybe you can add something to this for reiteration. I was saying how during the period when stepping was really kind of, a thing that we did out there, on them bricks versus the way we doing it now. I was explaining that stepping was more of a byproduct of the lifestyle. Now, tell me what you remember about.
Well, well, everybody's story is his story.
Absolutely. Glad you said it. Keep going.
Yeah, So, my thing is, we stepped a little, but I was at that time I was drinking and smoking weed and selling pharmaceutical products on the street. You know what I'm saying? So
You
going,
feel me?
we didn't really leave the house and said I'm going to a stepper set like we do today.
There you go.
We just
Absolutely right.
we just knew where everybody was hanging out that day. Chick Rick's, um, the East of the Ryan, what's popping.
Mm-hmm.
We went to those joints just to go hang out where everybody was hanging out at.
Mm-hmm.
So it was you know, it was a who's who thing. We didn't care about who was the best, who was the worst, or who couldn't and who could.
There you go.
We was still young, man. We was trying to find ourselves.
Trying to find ourselves and our way. Like you just said,
Yeah.
hey, one day at a time, baby. We was staying out the way. Well, we wasn't staying out the way, but
Yeah,
probably
we was
getting in the
mowing
way.
Yeah, but it was a lifestyle back then. You respected your elders. You
Man,
know,
man, say that again.
yeah, we
Ooh.
respected our elders at the time. And it was fun, man. We was young. We was
Mm-hmm.
young. We was in the streets. Toting pistols and doing wrong things in life.
I heard some folks still tote pistols.
Well, some of us have to,
No comment.
right? But yeah, it was we just hung out, man. We went up where everybody was going. We didn't care who was the DJ.
Man, you know what? That's funny you said it because didn't nobody give a damn.
No, we didn't need no flyers, none of that. We just knew where the party was and we went.
Yeah. Facts.
Nobody complained about how much it cost at the door, none of that. You paid your fee and you went
There
in.
you go. That's it. It don't matter who party it was.
Yeah, it didn't matter who
Paid and
party
you
it
went in,
was.
you had your fun, you did what you was gonna do, and you came on out of there.
I'm going, man. And we went in groups, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I just said
4 or
that.
5
Go ahead. Keep
guys.
talking.
Yeah, 4 or 5 guys went together.
Yep.
All
Safety
the
in numbers,
ladies.
baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, see who you can come up with, man.
Boom. Because that's what you was going there for anyway.
It was fun, man. It was
Now,
fun.
see, I'm
It was
glad you
fun.
said that. Look, now let me show you something. This was the dynamic. Let me give it to the people like this. The guys showed up at the set in groups with the sole purpose of pulling a baddie. That was what it
Yes.
was. Now, if as a man, as a young guy, a young fella, you couldn't dance, you wasn't finna get no action. So guess what you was doing on your off time in the basement? Learning your dance. So that when you did show up at the set, you could pull you a baddie. Because they weren't gonna fool with you, like was said earlier on here. You weren't going to get no dances unless you could dance.
Well, that was for those who went to dance.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, in the you know, just the sad thing about it, uh, the drug era, it didn't matter if you knew how to dance or not.
Yeah,
know.
you talking about them during them 80s. Yeah.
Well, who had the slickest ride?
Yep.
Who had the biggest gold chain on? You know,
Facts.
that was important to the young ladies.
Yep.
You know,
Very much so. Yeah, that was that what was that, the late 80s, early 90s era. Right in through the mid 80s to early 90s. Yeah.
Girl, Smooth Green was I need to fix the battery in my smoke detector. Man, that thing been going off.
Hey, Smooth, that battery and that damn detector been bad for the last probably 5 years at least.
5, how about 12?
Look, that same smoke detector been beeping for the last, I promise you, for the last, bruh.
It's actually wired to the house. It don't even have batteries in it.
Hey,
right?
Look, what's funny is, and I done got to the point now, I block it out like I live there.
I don't even hear it. I don't even hear nobody say something.
Oh my
it's
God.
It's part of the house now.
That's funny, man. All right, get off my line, man. I gotta go.
Hey, the smoke detector works when the lights go out. It still works.
Boy, you silly. You silly, man. All right, man. Get off my phone. Get off. I got to go, man. You over here causing trouble again.
Me, myself, Brian, just stepping. I'm in love with stepping. It's in love with me. This is what I do. I'm part of the Steppers community. I protect it at all costs.
Man,
you know.
Ooh, say that. Say that.
Yeah, the Stepping community is a great community, man, to be in. You know, I'm not liking what's going on in today's.
Wait a minute. Hold on, man. Hold on. Don't be coming in here talking. Man, she's talking about the kitchen clothes, man. You better have my dinner ready. Quit tripping. You talking about the kitchen clothes. She did it on purpose, right?
Yeah, that's a different show, man. Y'all do it. I'm going to be a producer of that show,
yeah,
man.
You already know. Look.
Well, yeah, man.
Smooth say you need to smoke some more weed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not liking the division part of what the direction is going in right now. You know, we got new schoolers and old schoolers. We really just one schoolers, you know.
That's right. Facts.
It's a whole community, man. It's a lifestyle, you know, and I want it to continue to grow. We need some younger people to come in, because when you and I are gone, and the people that's older than us and some of the people that's younger than us, we need it, 100 years from now, we want people saying back in 2000 and in the 2000s and 20s, they was really having fun back then.
Man, that's right. That's right. They'll be able to look back and speak fondly of, this period. And that's what we really want to see happen, especially because I believe that right now is actually a springboard into the future. I think that we're in a very transitional period in the dance. And what I would love to see is people be more mindful of each other and the dance itself, and move a little differently in regard to one another. And I think because, like I was getting into just a minute ago, this community is a microcosm of a macro world. And we are nothing more than a reflection of everything that we see in our communities across the entire nation. And if we want to do better, we want to see better, we got to do better. We got to work harder to make sure that we hold one another accountable. I talk about that all the time. And as long as we continue to do that, I think we have a real good chance of this being more of a community than it already is. We already have what I believe is a great level of camaraderie. I just know that we do have a few bad actors in there, and hopefully we as a community collectively will hold those bad actors accountable and take the dance forward into where it belongs, in the stratosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. the good should outweigh the bad.
That part right there.
You
I
know,
think it
good should
does. I
outweigh.
think it does, though. I think it really
Yeah,
does. I just think because there's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes that nobody knows about, thankfully. And I think it needs to stay there. And I think that people need to, again, just check themselves,
yeah.
you know?
But the proof is in the pudding with the good weighing out the bad because we not just stepping here in Chicago. Now we stepping all over the country,
Yeah, that's true.
and some other parts of the world actually. You
Mm-hmm.
know, so I'm gonna say within the next 100 years that they will be stepping in Czechoslovakia and Iran.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That would be a
Chicago
beautiful
step.
thing.
It's a beautiful.
Because
It's
look,
a beautiful.
you couldn't have told me we would have been stepping outside Chicago back in 1982. I'd have told you was out your mind.
No, man, you couldn't tell me they having sets in Huntsville, Alabama.
Right.
Really?
You feel me?
Be like, man, I ain't going to that.
Look, multiple
I
sets.
ain't going to Alabama for that. But now you can't wait to go to Huntsville. You know, you can't
Mm-hmm.
wait to go to Florida. You can't wait to go to California. You
Right.
know, St. Louis,
That's right.
St. Louis, Missouri. Man, one of the biggest sets ever. Stepaganza.
Well,
You know,
this
Atlanta.
come Labor Day, the biggest stepper set ever is gonna be
Oh
right in
yeah,
Chicago, baby. This
yes, yes, yes.
and let me give a
And
shout out to
that,
Irie
that's
Israel
the
right
same
quick
deal.
for the rest of the world. Listen, if y'all ain't made your plans to be in Chicago for Labor Day weekend for the homecoming, you need to handle that because I'm telling you, this is gonna be the biggest, baddest stepper set in history, right in Chicago.
Oh, trust me, they ain't gonna miss it. Don't they? It's a whole lot of sets that need to not be missed. Rodney Mack's White Party in Detroit. This is
Mm-hmm.
20th anniversary, man.
Oh
I
yeah.
met Rodney. I met Rodney 21 years ago,
Huh.
going to Detroit, and met Rodney Mack, and now he's having one of the biggest stepper sets in the
Yeah,
country.
Rodney Mack
You know,
thing is cracking. Also,
yeah.
uh let me also make this announcement. Doggone it. So last year, y'all, my girl Valeria Connor up there in Minneapolis decided that she would no longer host the Denim and Diamond set because her beloved, Mr. Henry, made his transition and joined the ancestors. And of course, she was like, that was her partner, and she didn't want to do it anymore without him. So she elected that last year would be her last year, which was the 9th year. Well, with a lot of coercion and a whole lot of pushing and pulling and things, she's back. 10th anniversary, Denim and Diamonds. Save the date, y'all. September 25th through the 27th of 2025, we will be in Bloomington, Minnesota doing the damn thing once again. And I'm going to tell y'all, what'd you say?
We're gonna help her keep it going.
Damn right. Listen, let me tell y'all something. This is one of the classiest, most just well put together sets that I have attended. It is not a big old huge set, although she sold out last year. It is elegant, it is classy, and I always have a fantastic time. Y'all gonna want to put that on your calendar for next year. September 25th through the 27th, Denim and Diamonds is back, y'all. 10th anniversary. It's going down.
Brian, if I may,
Go ahead. Do it.
there's some more events coming up too. Lisa Luckett, July the 19th, is hosting a instructors showcase.
Yes,
where
sir.
the instructors can bring their students out, and it's going to be a students competition, and that's in Maryville, Indiana. So who would have thunk it that it would be another big great event in Maryville, Indiana?
Right. Now, for the audience, for y'all out there, we're going to start very, very heavy promotion on this event in January. So y'all are going to want to mark your calendars on that one as well. Let me tell you something. This is going to be a firefly event because here's what's going to happen. That is around the same time as the beginning, what I call the beginning of contest season, competition season. This contest is going to be where instructors showcase a student. So it's going to be a competition between an instructor and one of their students. Because see here, let me explain it to y'all like this. Around this steppers community, we hear all these people, so-and-so an instructor, I'm an instructor, they're an instructor, everybody mama a damn instructor. Well, where's your product? So this is an opportunity for you instructors to showcase your product. We want to see. Now, your student can't be more than a year in, and we want to see what you bring to the table as an instructor. This is an opportunity for the instructors to get their proper accolades as instructors. This is going to be an event that is, in my opinion, going to grow into something very important around the community in terms of the growth that we're looking for and what we've been discussing for the last couple of weeks about how the dance itself is beginning to be organized and unified. Go ahead.
Instructors will get true bragging rights.
True bragging rights. That's right.
All that sideline shit talking on the side, you're gonna be able to bring it on to the field this time.
There you go. Yep.
Yep. And once again, don't forget, February the 9th, Super Bowl Sunday, luxurious grand ballroom, 6351 South on Cottage Grove, from 2 p.m. till they put us out. We're gonna be there all day long till they put us up out of there.
Q Taylor is in the building. There go another one of my fun girls, y'all. The fun girls are showing up tonight. They all on the live. I see y'all. Hey, Lillian Hole. Nate Williams is in the house. What's up, family? Yeah. So I see you, Belinda. So yeah, that's gonna be a hell of a thing, man. That's gonna be a great event.
And for the people who's viewing, this just a plug for Brian and Poppy inside Stepping. Y'all know we do this every Tuesday and world's largest Steppers contest weekend.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you guys were made, please, give us a kind donation to that Cash App that's on the screen.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes, so we can keep the show going, try to get better equipment, bring you better quality sound and better quality with the viewing and everything, every little bit helps. If it's just $1, we truly appreciate it very much. And it all goes back into what we're doing. It's not in our pocket and paying car notes and all that shit, it's to bring you better quality for the show.
Absolutely. It does help a lot. Got Vanilla Drop in the building. What's up, girly girl? She said, like Kirk White did for 5 years in a row and is doing in 2025 instructor student competition, but he gave money and trophies. Yeah, we got money and trophies. We got all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to check that out. Let me know what's happening with that. Josiah Bird in the building. What's up, family? I see you. So
what's up, Blondie?
Blondie. So all right, man, look. Right quick, let me give another plug. New Year's Eve, y'all. If you're gonna be in and around the Houston area, you got myself. I'm gonna put myself first for once. Myself, DJ Vale and Daryl Smooth Greenwood, gonna be at the Masquerade Black Tie event New Year's Eve. And that's gonna be at the Doubletree Greenway Plaza in Houston, Texas. Yep, it's going down. It's going to be an all-day set. We literally going to start in the afternoon. I'll be playing the day set. We're going to go into the afternoon, and Smooth going to do the evening, and DJ Vale going to bring it up from the rear, and it's going to be live as hell New Year's Eve in Houston, Texas. Y'all need to be at that. You can if you want to get more information on that, you can either go to my page or go to www.nyeblackTieAffair.com, or you can just hit up Tony Brown Huff on Facebook, and you get your tickets through, I think it's one of those ticket services. I can't remember which one, but hey, it's going down. It's going to be nice. We're going to have a good time. Y'all need to show up. Let me see. I got and let me also, right quick too, let me give a plug to, oh wait, you know what? I got one other set that I need to mention. I got a couple of things I need to mention. it's a trip when you got so much stuff that you got to talk about. But June 26th through the 29th, y'all, we're going to be in Las Vegas. Soul Line Dance Experience with First Lady Maddie B. We're going to be out there kicking it with my girl Sandra. And let's see, them Texas boys going to be in the building. We got DJ Myron and Mellow Chris. Carmichael Music Lover will be in the building doing his thing as well. Andre Blackwell will be in there doing his instruction. Miss Maddie B and myself and the producer lady will be broadcasting this event live. Y'all need to check that out. Las Vegas, June 26th through the 29th for 2025. Thursday, we got a skate and stepping birthday party. Friday is the meet and greet, red, white, and blue. Saturday, all white party, the largest birthday with the stars stepping. Sandra Nicole, y'all. Come through. We're going to be doing that damn thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of Las Vegas, let me also say, I was fortunate enough to have had a conversation with my man Stretch Alex on Sunday, y'all. His sister was gracious enough to do a video call for me. My man is looking real good. He's coming along. He's progressing, and hopefully we'll make a full recovery, and we just waiting on that. In the meantime and in between time, my man, you know, he looking real good. You know, we had a real decent back and forth, and I'm happy. Was glad to put my eyeballs on him. So that's a good thing. Many blessings to that brother. What was you gonna say? Oh, you didn't say nothing? Neville's what?
What'd she say?
Who you talk to, man?
What I'm saying, what did Poppy say?
Oh, she ain't in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, people
Catherine
don't know,
Rose
man.
Davis says, how about the tribute to
I got a
Tick
show
Man?
I'm gonna start producing called Living with the Forbes.
What? You know what? Between you and Joe, y'all gonna mess around. Y'all gonna be the start of a show like that. Cause everybody keeps saying, man, y'all need to do a show. Y'all need to just do a show. Yeah.
The people need to hear y'all when y'all not on the air, man.
Yeah, it gets a little interesting sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
Y'all spend more time laughing at us than anything. Man, look. Anyway, yeah. So, let me see. Let's see. What else I got? That's it. I think that's it. I believe that's it. I ain't got nothing else. I done said too much. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten.
Let me add a little bit, Brian.
I'm trying to lose weight, y'all. I'm trying to get
They
this.
really don't want to hear us. They really don't.
Brian, let me add a little
Go ahead,
bit
man.
to
Do
this.
Do your thing.
Instructor showcase. It's gonna be a whole weekend long, because the day after the contest we'll be doing an outdoor event. That's Sunday. It'll be an outdoor event. We'll be stepping in the park over there in Gary, Indiana, or Maryville, Indiana. Not sure what city the park is in, but right in Indiana. So it's gonna be a whole vibe. It's gonna be nothing but love. It's gonna be nothing but love. So we need everybody to come and show up and show out. It's gonna be going down. That's July the 19th. I believe the weekend is July the 19th weekend. And so just come on out, y'all. Super Bowl Sunday. We got a whole lot of events going on, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Mac White Party in Detroit. P. Fraser's White Party here in Chicago. The world's largest steppers contest.
Hey man. Hey man. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man. What you doing, man? You giving away airtime?
No, I'm just saying where I'm gonna be.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna let you do that. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna be right here on Inside Stepping too.
My man. Kirk White, what's happening, family? The chocolate drop. He said 101 Stepper Productions will be having a student instructor competition as well. 10/11/2025. So that's next October, y'all. Get ready. It's going down. That's a good way to end out the competition year, actually, because that would be the last, I think, competition for the year right there. Yeah, that would be. Yep. That'd be a good thing. Um, I like the idea that people are, that more and more things like this are coming up because it gives people an opportunity. But you know what? Tell me something though, right quick. I don't know why I keep going because I need to get off here. What happened to the point where you got so many people that like that just I guess don't want to participate in competitions? It's supposed to be all fun, right? What you think?
Yeah, well, just from the things I hear or used to hear,
Mm-hmm.
um, people are just afraid of the
Ridicule,
politics.
finger
The
pointing,
politics.
politics.
Yeah, I mean, and I get it, so to speak, because I've seen it for years. Um, we all got our opinion about the winners and the losers.
Yeah.
You know, uh, because I mean, and
Belinda Smith Williams just
some of the
said,
quotes I heard was, "Well, I ain't getting in because Tick Man gonna win." Well, which is too far from the truth because you got to just like playing the lottery, you got to get in to win.
right,
You
that's
know,
facts. And if
I
you
mean,
ain't in it, you getting it to them. So now,
favorite, but it's a judgmental contest. You got to get in and you got to get in and beat them.
right. Well, I
you
got two
know?
responses. Belinda Smith Williams says because they think it's fixed. That's a consensus that we've heard over and over. Katura
I
Green
don't.
says it's difficult to find partners. Now I also know that to be true too. Um,
And then
Brian
Pete,
Paul,
my
Fred
hat's
Astaire
off
said
to
they can't
Pete.
accept the booze. um,
My hat's off to Pete, man, because he take a lot of heat
ooh man, don't
for
he?
uh for like what somebody just said about it being fixed. He's nowhere near the scoring table
Mm-hmm.
and never heard a judge or anybody saying Pete told me to give somebody a 10 and somebody a
Yeah,
2.
I've never
Never
heard
heard
that.
that.
You hear people make accusations, but you've never heard. I've never even heard it leaked. And I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this, and I'm glad you brought that up, and because here's how I can tell y'all that that's probably not true. Pete is not the most well liked person in the world. There are those who like Pete, and there are those who hate Pete. That ain't no secret. That's them are facts. Even he knows it. Everybody knows it. If there were people, if he was doing anything that was in that regard that was not above board, I believe it would have come out by now.
How they would put him on
They would put him
blast.
on
Absolutely.
blast. And so, since that has not happened, I think it's safe to say that that's probably not the case. But it's like one of the things that Doc said, and he has, as long as I've been around Doc and he's been competing, I've always heard him say, it's anybody's day. You don't know what the judges are thinking. You don't know if the chemistry between you and your partner gonna be right that day. Is a whole lot of factors involved besides just the dance itself. And he is one who never complains. Because if you
And
remember
then
last year,
even
he
for
didn't even
somebody
place.
like a great dancer like he is, I mean, he haven't always won.
Exactly. And that's the point. He hasn't always been a winner. So in that regard, it is just a matter of understanding where you are in your game and making sure that you step your game up the next time. And that's exactly what he did this year from last year. Because last year he didn't even place. This year he came back and knocked everybody on their tail.
That's right.
And it was not even really a question after he did they did their dance. Him and I'm sorry, the young lady's name escapes me. I'm having a brain
It was
fart.
over.
After they did their dance, it was nothing to talk about. Wasn't no question. The end. So at least that's how I felt about it. Sandra Davis says, do I think that they would allow two females to dance if they can find not a kingly man to dance with? Because somebody on here says the women want to compete, but there's no men. Well, we're working on helping to fix that. We're gonna get some
Well,
more
that
men in this
has
dance.
happened before.
Hmm?
Peaches used to dance with her partners.
Okay, so yes, Sandra, yes, that's the thing.
Yes, that was never ruled out.
Mm-hmm. So there you go. All right, Neville's, I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna let you get off here, and I'm gonna get out of here, and we gonna call it a night, man.
We got another forum coming up. We got an instructors forum,
Yeah.
uh,
If y'all
forum.
enjoyed the DJs forum, get ready because the instructors forum is coming next. And when I tell you it's gonna be we we got an instructors forum and we got a promoters forum. So get ready.
Yeah, new schoolers forum, old schoolers forum. We need you. Plus, we need you guys to show up in attendance, especially everybody with opinions. We need you guys to come and show up
Mm-hmm.
and be able to. We're gonna give you the platform where you'll be able to express your opinion about what's going on today.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? I think I was thinking, since we're gonna do the DJ forum, I mean the promoter forum and the instructor forum, we should probably also do a public forum where people can maybe talk about stuff they
Absolutely.
want to do or what they think,
Yeah.
could benefit the entire community. Because I mean, hey, some of the best ideas come from the people, and without the people, we
Yeah.
don't have nothing. We need each other.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Couture Green,
And if you
the
guys got
dates
any
for that
more
will be coming up. We'll let you know.
Yeah, if you got any more suggestions, write on Brian's page or Inside Stepping
Absolutely.
page
We
about
are
what you
always open to suggestion over here. Let me know what y'all want, and we're gonna make it
yeah,
happen. Yes, we will.
we'll bring it to
Outside of asking us to, off anybody. No. We got out of that business years ago.
They can act that too. We ain't gotta do it.
Yeah. So, all right, man. I'm gonna holler at you. Thank you, brother, for coming through and hanging out with your boy. And have
Thanks for
yourself a
having
wonderful
me.
evening, sir. Get up and get ready to get in that crane in
Let
the morning.
tell my sister, hey.
For sure. All right, baby. Peace
Peace.
out. All right, y'all. That was my man, Ambassador Kevin Nevels. I got to get off of here, y'all. I could do it. I said I was going to make this show short. I don't want an hour and 45 minutes. This is y'all's fault. Y'all do this. Y'all cause these problems. I don't know what to do with you stepping folks. Anyway, all I'm going to say is this here, y'all. Thank you for coming through and hanging out with me. Thanking you all for making Inside Stepping what it is. Without you, we have nothing. We have no show. We have nothing to do. We have nothing to talk about. The whole purpose here is to make sure that your journey is that much smoother and done with discernment and the ability to choose your journey without people putting obstacles in your way. If I can help to move those obstacles, I most certainly will. If I can do things that'll make things better for your journey, just through conversation and my ability to add perspective, then so be it. That is my job. What's happening? Oh, I see you. Collaboration is real. And I want to tell everybody, have yourselves a great night. We will see you guys again on next Tuesday with bells on. And once again, if you all are in the San Antonio area over this weekend, we will be at Jay's Eatery. And that is on New Braunfels here in San Antonio. It's going down, y'all. We are going to have a fantastic time. We're going to eat real good and we're going to party our tail off. So y'all get ready for that. It's going to be 4 to 8. That means you got time to do your thing. You ain't got to worry about being out past your bedtime or none of that. We're going to make sure you get home at a reasonable hour on Saturday night, or a lot of times people just they go somewhere else. We end early. We finish things up early for you. We're gonna make it right. All right. So with that, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I want everybody to have a great night. Sleep well. If you got any pain in you, in your heart, any bitterness, any anger, any of that stuff that holds us down and keeps us from moving forward, I want to say something about forgiveness. And it's probably not going to be what you think it is. I believe forgiveness is one of the things that sometimes holds us back. Some people say not forgiving holds us back. But I believe that like love and hate, they say there's a thin line between love and hate, but the fact is it's the same line. It's just that the pendulum swings from one end of that line to the other. It's still the same emotion. If you are in a position where you have so much anger, bitterness, and hate built up within you that you feel a need to forgive someone, that means that you actually still have them in a place that they shouldn't be, which means that you need to let it go. And when you let it go, there's no need for you to forgive them. And the only forgiveness necessary is for yourself. In that, when you forgive you, nothing else matters. That's the place that you have to be in. You can forgive yourself for not caring to forgive others. The only reason people are allowed to do things to us is because we let it happen. No one can jump on your back unless you're bent over. So I'm saying, learn to keep it moving. Learn to move without others being the reason for your movement. Don't let other people push you into places that you know that you don't want to be. Psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, and any other Lee. Just keep yourself where you need to be, and all things will do what they need to do, and you'll be all right, no matter what. Keep your skin thick and mind the business that pays you, and all will be well in the morning. I want y'all to have a great night, because I'm going to finally go eat my dinner. Peace, y'all. The views and opinions expressed in this program are not necessarily those of its hosts, Urban Arts Enterprises, its advertisers, or affiliates, and are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.